to DeKalb, Illinois, and home of the Northern Illinois Huskies, and we are looking forward to a sensational showdown that the fans have been ready for quite some time. Today, two teams set to square off in a MAC slugfest. As we'll see, the Kent State Golden Flashes taking on the Northern Illinois Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense lining up for a first down play. Back to throw, it's Ulatowski. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And the Golden Flashes are in the hurry-up. They'll go back to the air on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll pull it down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back to pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on you. Nope. Steps out of bounds.
He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it set up on the outside. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Looking to throw it again. That's caught. It's Martin. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to throw on 3rd down. He slings it deep to the left. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Back to pass, it's Ulatowski. Pressure coming. On the run, still looking. Lets it fly. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. The Golden Flashes will hustle to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
And that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now forcing a fourth down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Coming after it. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but consequences of that. Now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Offense set on first down. Give to Brown. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hampton. He's taking the shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. Oh, look out. There he goes. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Looking left. It's complete. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses the 10. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Northern Illinois 7, Kent State 0.
And the Golden Flashes are on the move. Looking to throw, it's Ulatowski. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Golden Flashes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
And the Golden Flashes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Golden Flashes!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. Brown has it. Oh, gave the defender the business. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Third down after the run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. He's into the open down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. Going for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Looking to throw, it's Ulatowski. Buys a little extra time. He's going to run it. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
They'll throw it on first down. He'll pull it down and run. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He lofts one down the sideline. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Running with power. Oh, it's out. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process.
He is counting his lucky stars there. So lucky that ball went out of bounds, and they're going to maintain possession because they've got to stay in field goal range at this juncture of the game in the second half. Every play matters, and moving forward, you know this guy's going to have two hands on the ball.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Looking downfield, it's Hampton. He's going up top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I think when you go go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
He'll throw on third down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. The Golden Flashes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Mitchell. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
Fast motion from the offense. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Huskies get enough for the first down.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard. They picked up 2.
Great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Smashes through. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Scanning the field, it's Hampton. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Northern Illinois right back to the line. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it hard on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll give it to the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Ulatowski. Quarterback extends the play. Touchdown, Golden Flashes! They take the lead with the 6. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Northern Illinois, 14.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Final play of the quarter coming. Going up top on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack.
Kent State, 21. Northern Illinois, 14.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run play action, trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Kent State.